Good evening, America. You're now watching the IAC Geography B 5th grade final. My name is Dren Rollins. I am your reader. Sitting next to me is...
I'm Justin Moody. I'll be scorekeeping.
And next to Justin is...
I'm Peter Schmidt.
You will be doing the live score for our audience here in Arlington, Virginia, and at home watching on YouTube. We welcome you to our game. So we're going to start. We're going to do a brief introduction of the players. We're going to have them buzz in and tell them they're going to tell you who they are, and they're going to say where they're from. So we're going to start with this gentleman here on the left.
I'm Bihan Bote. I'm from New York in the town of Chappaqua, which is a suburb of New York City. And I go to Seven Bridges Middle School. And yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Bihan.
My name is Jameson McGuire-Foley. I am from a town called Blackgate Hill, Pennsylvania, which is south of a suburb of Philadelphia.
Thank you, Jameson. Next, please.
I'm Abahan Gautam. I live in Plano, which is a suburb of Dallas, Texas, and I go to McCoy Elementary.
I'm Samantha Manoj, and I live in Canton, Michigan, which is like near Detroit, and I go to Woodford Elementary School.
Next, please.
I'm Lily Antibine, and I live in Canton, and I go to Canton.
And last, but certainly not least.
Hello, I'm Tina Chen. I live in Tennessee, in the city of Cookville, which is about an hour away from Nashville, and it's going to be every Tuesday middle school.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your 5th grade Geography B finalists. So, this is how this game works. These 6 fine young gentlemen will be competing with each other over 30 questions. The goal is to theoretically get to 40 points. The first person to get to 40 points will be our first place winner, and then we'll score, then the second person, third person. If we don't, after 30 questions, we don't get the 40 points, it will be the person with the most amount of points. Now remember, the most points you can get on a question is 6. It goes from 6 to 5 to 4, depending on where we are at the question when you buzz, 3 after the question's read. Remember, you lose 2 points if you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer before the question's finished. If I finish the question and you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer, you lose 1 point. After every buzz, there will be a score change, and Mr. Schmidt over here will record that up there on the board for everybody to see. Mr. Moody will be keeping the official score right here in front of us. Remember, it's 3 seconds for everything to buzz after I read a question. It's 3 seconds to answer after you buzz. There are up to 3 incorrect answers per question. A couple of quick tips. Make sure that when you give an answer that your light is on. This is the magic box. The magic box tells us who buzzed in first. Okay. So if you give me an answer and your light is not on, unfortunately, I have to look past you to the person who's actually buzzed in. Okay. Lastly, remember to hold down the button and not tap it. Okay. Any questions before we start? Good. We're going to go ahead and get started. Good luck to everybody. Toss up number 1.
Can we do another buzzer check?
Yes, let's do a quick buzzer check.
And any questions on rules?
Any? The only thing I'll ask is watch your hands around your lights casting on the end because it's a little hard for me to see. All right. Any questions on rules? Anything at all? Okay. Let's go. Toss up number 1. In an attempt to establish one of these areas, the Japanese government used concrete to reinforce the reef of Okinawa. France has the largest one of these in the world. 4 red. No, sir. That is a -2 for red 4. And Tuvalu earns much of these. That is incorrect. That is a -2. That's 2 buzzes. Earns much of its income by renting out fishing rights in these areas, which extend 200 nautical miles from land. This is 5 green. That's easy, and that is for 4. Green 5, 4, 4. Toss up number 2. This province is served by the world's largest airport by area, and its city of Jubail contains the world's largest desalination plant. This province's city of Dhahran is the base of Aramco, which exploits deposits like this is 5 green. Eastern Province, that's for 5. Green 5 for 5. 3. A dry version of this metric ignores snow and ice and ranks Mauna Kea second in the world. The construction of the Galliard Cut affected Denali's value of this metric, as it would relocate the key call from Nicaragua. On the Eurasian mainland, Mount Everest is the only mountain whose measure of this metric is identical to its height. For the points, name this metric used to measure the relative independence of a summit as opposed to a mountain's 5 red. Prominence, and that is 4 for red 5. Toss-up 4. This island contains saltwater crocodiles near Tanaru Beach and the mouth of the Ilu River, and is surrounded by Savo, the Ingala Islands, and Malatia in the New Georgia Sound. Mount Papanesu, the highest peak between the Malay Archipelago and the Andes, tops this is 5 green. Guadalcanal for 5. Green 5 for 5. Smoking on these guys. Good job. 5. This waterway's non-continuous section terminates at towns such as Carabel and Tarpon Springs. This waterway, which runs from a town in the Cape Ann region to Brownsville, has its Gulf portion divided into 2 at Harvey Lock. This waterway, often used by seasonal migrants called snowbirds, allows them a journey from Norfolk to Fort Lauderdale without entering open ocean. For the points, name this waterway which follows the United States' Atlantic coast, protecting boats from natural hazards. 4 red. No, that is a -1 for red 4. Yes, sir. Intercoastal waterway, that is 3 for green 5. Toss up number 6. This site's House of the Virgin Mary may have been where Mary died, and this site's facade of the Library of Celsus was formerly displayed on the 20 lira note. This is for red. Ephesus, that is for 6, right at the end. Red 4 for 6. Toss up 7. Backyards exposed after the creation of this highway may have given rise to a term referring to its namesake, bandits. A store in Aspen Hill was the first target of recruitment named for this highway.
Clear.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Which is also associated with issues of federal government that are idiomatically referred to as inside this highway. A series of such sniper attacks took place in 2002 around. This is 5 green. The Beltway, and that is for 4 points. For green 5. Toss up number 8. The Krushadal Monastery is the spiritual beacon of this region's Frushka Gora, the mountain where Ivan Stambolic was assassinated. This region is formed by the sub-regions Sirmia, Banat, and Bakstal. The microstate of Liberland was established on a Penne exclave of this region, whose city of Subotica is the center of Hungarian culture. The Tisa River merges with the Danube in this region just east of Novi Sad. For the points, name this autonomous province of northern Serbia. This is 5 green. For Medina, that is 4, green 5 for 3. 9. This island, the only place in the world to adjust its clocks by half an hour for daylight savings time, is known for its crescent shape and is located 600 kilometers east of Port Macquarie. The Canadian Palm originates from this island, which contains the world's southernmost coral reef and includes Ball's Pyramid, the world's tallest volcano stack, known for 5 green. Lord Howe Island for 5. Toss up 10. Walt Whitman spent his final years in this city that is home to a docked battleship nicknamed the Big J. The city of Cherry Hill is next to this city, which contains the headquarters of the Campbell Soup Company. And the southernmost campus of Rutgers University is located in this city on the eastern side of the Ben Franklin Bridge. For the points, name the city separated by, this is 4 red. Camden, and that is for 4. Let's do a quick score check after 10 once Peter gets it updated on the board.
All right. I've got Vihad with 2 points, Jameson with 7 points, Miller with 29 points, and everyone else no score as of yet.
All right, plenty of points still out there, 20 questions still out there, so
It does agree with me. Very good.
theoretically 120 points out there if we actually let you go there. Toss up 11. This region, home to the Reed Flute Cave and speakers in the Pequot language, contains the port of Bahia, which is being developed as part of the Beibu Gulf Economic Rim Plan. Tourists can view dramatic karst topography by cruising the Li River near this region city of Guilin. The Thai-speaking Zhuang inhabit the most. This is 5 green. Guangxi, that is for 5. Green 5 for 5. Toss up 12. This city's Sudyagin House claimed to be the world's highest wooden single-family home, and this northern terminus of the Severnaya Railway is located near Severodvinsk. This city's eponymous oblast is separated by Nenets Autonomous Okrug from the archipelagos of Franz Josef Land and Novaya Zemlya. This city, Russia's chief seaport before 1703, is located at the mouth of the northern, this is 5 green. Yeah, Archangel, that is for 5, green 5 for 5. 13, this city of the Pirkanma region is centered around the Tamarkovsky Rapids between the lakes of Nesayardi and Puhayardi. The city, whose Kaliva church is designed in the shape of a fish, is the most populated landlocked city in the Nordic region. Known as the sauna capital of the world, this city is situated, this is 1 red.
Helsinki.
Incorrect, that's a -2 for red 1. Situated northwest, this is red 2. I'm sorry, that is a -2 for red 2. That is 2 incorrect answers. 1 more. This city is situated northwest of Turku, slightly smaller than Espoo. This is for the points. What largest city outside Greater Helsinki in Finland? That's time. This is Tampere. 14. This lake, home to the abandoned settlements of Fort Reliance and Pine Point Mine, receives the Hay and Towson rivers. This lake takes its name from the Cree term for Dene people. This lake, which reaches depths of below 2,000 feet, is North America's deepest and is the source of the Mackenzie River. For the points, name this lake, home to the city of Yellowknife, this for red.
Great Slave Lake.
Great Slave Lake for 4, red 4 for 4. 15. This island, which was formerly home to the Hovensa oil refinery, is the largest island controlled by the U.S. to drive on the left side of the road. This island administers Buck Island Reef National Monument. This is 5 green. St. Croix for 5. Green 5 for 5. You have finished with 40, sir. You may return to your crowd, and we will discuss what happens later. Miller is our first finisher at 40 points, and we will move on. Do you want to do a quick score check, Peter?
44 for Miller. Behan is at 2, Jameson 11, Avahan at -2, and Samanyu at -2.
All right. Still plenty of points out there. We're going to move on to toss-up 16. We're at the halfway point. This country that hosts the Kantaka Automobile Company displays the Black Star of Africa on its flag. This country's cities include Tamale and Kumasi. This is Ghana, and that is for 5. Red 5 for 5. 17. This desert contains Rahat, the world's largest Bedouin town, as well as the nuclear research center of Dimona. The world's largest erosion cirque, Maktash Ramon, lies along this desert's historic incest route used by the Nabateans, while today Highway 40 links this desert's port of Eilat to its capital of Beersheba. For the point, this is 2 red. The Negev Desert, that is for 4. Red 2 for 4. 18. This feature is the largest remnant of Lake Minchin and contains a hotel made from its resources where visitors are banned from licking walls. This feature houses about 7% of the world's lithium reserves and contains the cactus-covered island up in Kahlasi. This is 4 red. No, sir, that is a -2 for red 4. This feature within the Potosi department turns into the world's largest mirror when flooded, and it is situated on the Altiplano. For the points, name this largest salt flat in the world. This is 1 red.
Lake Uyuni.
Uyuni, I will accept that. That is for 4. Red 1 for 4. 19. This sea's Little America bases were partly established by Operation High Jump on its Bay of Whales, situated just south of its Roosevelt Island. This sea to the west of Marie Byrd Land is entirely claimed by New Zealand, and the Great Ice Barrier impeded navigation into this sea, the southernmost on Earth. For the points, name this Antarctic sea named for a British explorer, home to it. This is 5 red. Ross, that is 4 for 5 red. Toss up 20. This city's Porto da Barra Beach is one of the few west-facing beaches of the country it is located in, and it was a center of the Tropicalia music movement. This city's Elvador Lacerda connects its lower and upper cities, including its Pelourinho historic core. This city, located on the Bay of All Saints, hosts the world's largest carnival celebration and is the capital of Bahia. For the points, this is 2 red.
Salvador.
That is Salvador. So that is 4 for red 2. 21. It's not in South Africa, but this city contains Mandela National Stadium on Nambule Hill. This city's Wakaliga slum is known for its ultra-low budget films produced by the Hollywood studio. This city's Nakasera Hill contains its tallest building. The Pearl of Africa Hotel in this city's suburb of Mingo contains the Lubiri Palace. Lying about 20 miles northeast of Entebbe, this is for the points. What capital of Uganda? 5. Kampala. You buzzed at the same time as I said Uganda, so I'm gonna give you the extra point. You get 4. 4 for red 5. Toss up 22. This structure traces the Cameron Corner in Sturt National Park and passes by towns including Nundru and Coober Pedy. Also passing through the Darling Downs farming region, a smaller version of this structure is being built on Fraser Island. While the structure's construction has stopped predation of sheep, increasing grazing competition from rabbits and kangaroos has offset the. For the points, name this barrier built across eastern Australia to prevent the entry of a certain predator. That is time. That's the dingo fence. 23. This city is home to Jamboree Park and the Kogarot radio station, where its country's independence was declared in the 1971 Liberation War. The Shah Amanat Bridge crosses the. This is 1 red.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. That's for 6. Red 1 for 6. Nice buzz. 24. This polity's second largest city is Bender, and its first president was Igor Smirnov. This state is one of 2 that declared independence from its country, along with Gagauzia. This is the only exit polity in Europe that still displays the hammer. This is 4 red.
Transnistria.
I'll take it on the tie. I'll take it on the tie. That is, you're good. That's 5. 5 for red. I believe that's red. It's Jameson, red 4. Okay. Tassa, sorry. Sure. Oh my word. I'm sorry. Yeah. Please help me replace. We're going to have, guys, we're going to have to replace a toss-up. I messed up. And I apologize. So let's back up. We're going to have to take out on toss-up 23. I accept an incorrect answer, but I'm not. We're going to have to. Do we take away the points in this?
Yeah, I'd say we take.
We're going to have to take away the points, and that was Shaman, so that was 6. I'm sorry, Samanu, that was my bad. I accepted the wrong answer. I'm terribly sorry. So we're going to go with an extra question. Everybody's back in. Extra questions. This state's northernmost extremity has its largest city is Cocoblan. This state's highest point is Volcan de Colima, and it closes the Bahia de Banderas with Nayarit. This is 5 red. No, that is a -2 for red 5. With Nayarit. This state, whose expatriate communities are concentrated around Puerto Vallarta, is known for containing the villages. This is 1 red.
Jalisco.
Jalisco, that's 4. So you actually 5. So you at least got one. You got most of your points back. Like I said, sorry, kid. Didn't mean to do that to you. So we're going to move on to toss-up number 25. We'll do a score check after this one. This structure's antenna was attached by the Olga helicopter, and it was planned to be part of the Metro Center complex south of Front Street. This structure's edge walk allows visitors to walk around its revolving 360 restaurant, and Bernie Surin jumped off it into Rogers Center for the opening of the 2015 Pan American Games. 1 red.
CN Tower.
CN Tower, that's for 5. Let's do a quick score check, gentlemen.
I have Vihan with 13 points, Jameson with 14 points, Avahan with 6 points, Sumanyu with 12 points, Taylor, no score.
Okay. Moving on to 26. 5 left, 30 points still available if you max it out. So let's go. This body of water's Galgal Cave contains wooden bars built underwater to sink Mongol ships. This body of water's largest island is Katba, which is home to the hospital cave, which was made as a shelter from American bombings. This body of water is situated just east of Haiphong in the western part of the Gulf of Tonkin. This is 2 red. Halong Bay, and that is for 5. Red 2 for 5. Toss up 27. This peninsula's town of Ypsilanti was the site of the first Domino's Pizza. 1 red.
The Lower Peninsula.
The Lower Peninsula for 6. Nice buzz. 28. That was red 1. Come 28. Some of the few novels published in this language include Kailito Pombero and Tatuka. This language word for mixture names a form of this language with Spanish loan words opara. The word jaguar comes from this language, which names a language family with Tupi. Used as a propaganda tool by Alfredo Stroessner, this is, for the points, what indigenous official language of Paraguay? This is 5. Guarani. That is 3 for number 5. Red 5 with 3. 29, the penultimate. This lake's Tanopongo Canal turns Samosir Island into the world's largest island within an island. This lake feeds an underground river in the Caro Plateau, which expels water through the Sipiso Piso Falls. This lake, which is pictured on its country's 1,000 rupiah banknote, is situated south of the provincial capital of Medan. For the points, this is 2 red. Lake Toba, and that is for 4. Red 2 for 4. Toss up the last. Here we go. This region's original tourist hub of Torremolinos is situated below the Sierra de Mijas. The Baetic Mountains form the backbone of this region, home to the city of Malaga, which has its southern terminus at the Bay of Algeciras in Andalusia. For the points, named this vacation region of southern Spain, whose name literally translates to sun coast. 5 red. Say again?
Sol Costa.
No, sir. That's -1 for red 5. That's 2 red. That's time. That's a -1. One more answer, 3 seconds. That's time. Costa del Sol. Costa del Sol.
I think I removed it, didn't
No,
I? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Let's do a final score check. We will break ties for all places, so looks like we'll have to do a tiebreaker or two.
Yeah, we get a tiebreaker. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't.
Oh, we don't?
Oh, can the scoreboard be reflected?
Yeah,
Or updated?
here's the scores that I had. Vihan, 15 points. Jameson, 14 points. Abahan, 14 points. Sumanu, 18 points.
We have a tie
Doesn't matter
for,
for 4.
no, we break all ties.
Break all ties?
We break all ties 1 through 6 points.
Okay.
So we,
All right, so we'll go ahead, let's go ahead and do, we've already unfortunately.
so Jameson and Avahan
Yes,
break the tie for 4th place.
yes, yes.
Just Jameson and Avahan.
Jameson, now remember, a negative will cost you, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, so good luck to both of you. Everybody else, kick hands off buzzers, please. Thank you. This region, St. Francois Mountain, contains an area called the Lead Belt, as well as Tom Sauk Mountain. Granted from this mountainous region was used to build the Eads Bridge, and this region's Queen City of Springfield is often nicknamed the birthplace of Route 66. The world's largest private employer is headquartered in this region city of Bentonville, 4 red. No, that is unfortunately a -2.
And that breaks the tie.
And that breaks the tie. It's Ozark Mountains. Ozark Mountains. So that's a negative. So that's -2. So that drops Jameson to 12. So that means we should have the top. We should have our top 6.
Yep.
All right, Miller with 44 in first place. In 4th with 14. Jameson with 12 in 5th, and Taylor with 6 in 6th place. Congratulations, Phil. You played beautifully. We will see you at the Award Center in Arlington 3-4. Thanks for catching it, because I completely.
I'm pretty certain I'm memorizing all
Yeah, Arlington 3-4 down.
Why